Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about one of the movies that was announced at yesterday's Comic-Con in the Phase 4 of the MCU, and that movie is The Eternals. So in this video we're gonna learn just a little bit about the history of the Eternals and what we can expect for the movie and how it's all gonna tie into the MCU. So let's learn about the Eternals. So the Eternals were created by Jack Kirby, and they first appeared in their own comic, The Eternals, issue number 1 in 1976. The first issue of The Eternals shows the history of how the Eternals were created. They were actually created by cosmic gods known as the Celestials, and they created the Eternals and the Deviants. The Eternals are beautiful, human-like creatures that live very long lives, almost forever, and they possess powers and are just overall good superhumans, basically. The Deviants, though, are pretty much the opposites of the Eternals. They are warlike, human creatures, and they are just kind of evil. They like doing evil things, and just yeah, like I said, pretty much polar opposites of the Eternals. As you can already tell, the Deviants do not like the Eternals, and they have pretty much had a war between each other since both beings were created. To us humans in the comics, the Eternals were looked at like gods, and literally, some of them are mythological gods, such as Zeus, who we've heard of in mythology, but he's got a different name in the Eternals. We've just butchered it and called him Zeus, but technically Zeus in the Marvel franchise of the Eternals is an Eternal. So overall, all Eternals have basic abilities that they can do, but most of them tend to focus on one ability and put all of their strength and energy into that one. Basically, Eternals are superhuman. They live forever, they have great powers, and they walk on Earth without really being noticed. They look like humans pretty much, and so there could be an Eternal and you wouldn't even realize it. Kirby's original comics of the Eternals was not that popular, and it was actually canceled before Kirby could even finish the story of the Eternals. But eventually the Eternals came back and they joined Thor. We all know and love Thor. The crossover between the Eternals and Thor gave the Eternals a more active role in the Marvel Comics universe. By doing this crossover, they did gain some popularity, which led to more crossovers between the Eternals and other popular superheroes in the Marvel Comics. In 2006, though, Neil Gaiman actually revived the Eternals and created a new story and ran with the franchise a little bit differently, made it a little bit more reader-friendly and easier to follow along with. Despite the Eternals being over 40 years old now at this point, they just haven't gotten much popularity outside of the comic franchise. Until now. So now that we've gotten a little history about the Eternals, what are we going to do with the movie? With the reveal of Phase 4 of the MCU, The Eternals was one of the first movies that was announced. The movie will be coming out November 6th, 2020. Fingers crossed that it stays that date, or maybe a sooner release. I wouldn't complain. We can already tell that this is going to be a very popular film. Marvel has gotten a lot of A-list celebrities to join the cast. A lot of these stars include Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Kamal Nanjiani, and Salma Hayek. Of course, there's many more, but those are just some of the top 4 names that have been buzzing around the internet. I'm actually excited that they've chosen some big names to fill these characters, because it's just gonna bring more people into the movies, and even though some might not be a big MCU fan or Marvel Comics fan, they might come just to see Angelina Jolie or various other actors that they have enjoyed seeing in other movies in the past and check it out without really knowing much about the comics themselves. So how will this tie into the MCU? Well, there really isn't much that we know yet about it. A lot of people believe that we will learn more about Thanos and his past because he has Eternal and Deviant genes in him, so I could definitely see that being something. I don't think we're done with Thanos. I think we're gonna learn a lot more about him, or a lot more about his world and the people in it. We learned about Skrulls in Captain Marvel, and if you've seen some recent movies, you might have seen a Skrull make an appearance. And actually, Celestials created Skrulls, which Celestials created the Eternals. So a lot of people think we'll probably have a Skrull Eternal crossover, a little bit of a way to add the Eternals into the storyline. I'm not really quite sure, but Skrulls and Eternals seems like they would probably go together in the MCU somehow. Not a lot is known about how the Eternals are going to come into Phase 4, how they're going to join the MCU, and how they're going to link up with all of our popular characters that we have. So I'm just leaving it open from here. Let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas on how the Eternals are going to join forces with the Avengers and other superheroes. Also, I don't know too much about the Eternals. I did a little bit of research and I hope to make this video for people that also don't know really anything about the Eternals. So if you have any information that I missed out or got wrong, please leave a link down below in the comments. I would love to hear and learn a little bit more. I'm learning right along with, so yeah. Alright guys, so that concludes my video for today. Please give it a like if you enjoyed this and learned a little bit more today. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. And leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for videos that I should do next. I'll see you next time guys, and have a good rest of your day. Bye!